Well, even at this early stage of the season, points are precious, victory is vital, defeat is despair, as second from bottom meets second from top. Kilmarnock is still without injured former Celtic keeper Gordon Marshall, so Colin Meldrum continues to deputise, but they do welcome back key defender Kevin McGowan, who's missed the last 3 games. And it's a timely return because French defender Frederic Dandelou has broken a bone in his foot. That's the only change from the side that drew at Dundee United a fortnight ago.
Yeah, the injury to Dandelou, Ian, means it's a very familiar-looking Kilmarnock back four. It's a back four that we know likes to push up as far as possible. They like to defend well up the pitch. They play a very effective offside trap. And I think given the inclusion of Mark Burchill in the Celtic side, if they are stepping up, they have to get their timing spot on and step up as a unit. Gary Holt will anchor in midfield. I don't think you'll see him go ahead of the ball too often. And although David Bacon and Ali Mitchell will play centrally when Kilmarnock don't have the ball, when Bobby Williamson's side do get possession, look for Bacon breaking wide, Mitchell doing the same on the other side, and trying to get forward and getting some service into the box for Wright and Jeffrey. Otherwise, it's going to be a very tough shift for the front two.
Well, after 4 goals in 2 games for Scotland's under-21s, Mark Burchill gets the nod from his club. He's in for Mark Viduka, who jarred his knee in training on Friday. Vidal Risev returns, and Paul Lambert has recovered from the knee injury that forced him out of Scotland's Euro 2000 qualifiers. Eyal Berkovic, though, was injured on international duty with Israel, and skipper Tom Boyd is out for a few months with a back problem.
Well, I have to admit, Ian, I'm guessing about this Celtic back four. I'm assuming that Vidal Risev will play in the left back position. Does play wide left from Norway. He could, of course, play in besides Alan Stubbs, and that would mean a simple shift for Olivier Tebele out to the left back position. Further forward, Mjallby and Lambert will anchor the midfield. And look for Jackie McNamara, who was absolutely magnificent against Hearts a fortnight ago. Still short of fitness. Look for him getting forward as often as possible in the right-hand side. And if he is getting a result, if he is getting to the byline and getting a decent supply into the box, watch Burley driving himself past Moravcik to support the front two.
4 wins in 5 for Celtic so far, which would be most agreeable in most footballing countries, but here they have their rather fierce rivals Rangers to contend with, and they have a 100% record. Celtic cannot afford to drift too far behind. 2 of Scotland's UEFA Cup participants in action here, of course. Paul Lambert has won the ultimate European honour with Borussia Dortmund. Kenny Clark is the man in charge. Celtic finished second last season, a position Kilmarnock actually held for much of the campaign, but they ran out of steam and ended 4th. And they've made a sorry start to this season. A miserly 4 points from 15 has left them thanking God for the existence of Aberdeen. Celtic first out of the tiny tunnel, though. And they'll be led out by the former Rangers man, Ian Durrant, who will be relishing this occasion tonight. Jim Loughlin there, impressive for Scotland's under-21s. Scotland, Kilmarnock's long season. Kilmarnock, though, were the only Scottish Premier League side he failed to score against last season. Though, were the only Scottish Premier League side he failed to score against last season. Though, were the only Scottish Premier League side he failed to score against last season. Though, were the only Scottish Premier League side he failed to score against last season. Were the only Scottish Premier League side he failed to score against last season. Were the only Scottish Premier League side he failed to score against last season. Jim Loughlin is after Larsson's shirt. Not only does he plan to be pretty near it during the game, he wants it afterwards to add to his personal jersey collection. Kilmarnock celebrating 100 years at Rugby Park. Kenny Clark in charge of this one. He hasn't got a European game this week, but he will be off to Spain for the second leg of Deportivo La Coruña's tie with Staybeck. Celtic aiming to close the gap on Rangers, back to 3 points. Kilmarnock hoping to shoot up to 6th from 9th. Celtic only took 5 points out of a possible 12 off Kilmarnock last season, and they will know, as they prepare to kick us off here, that they are in for a battle. Alongside me, a man who played for both these teams in his frizzy hair days.
Yeah, enjoyed it along the way as well, Ian. I do tend to agree with Charlie. It might sound ridiculous with only 5 games played to say that Celtic can't afford to lose more ground, but the way Rangers are going, and we've already heard Barry Ferguson say yesterday that he feels Rangers can go through the season unbeaten, clearly Celtic can't afford to lose any more ground on the champions at the moment.
Jackie McNamara back to fitness. He really has suffered over the past couple of seasons. The Players' Player of the Year, and Celtic won the title, mind you. Durant. Kevin McGowan, Kilmarnock glad to see him back. He was very much a key figure for them. And that one's going to drift away and behind for a goal kick. John Barnes, in his first managerial position, of course, and a pretty good start for him so far, although he knows which team he's going to have to catch. Bobby Williamson has had a pretty desperate start to the season. He's done a fantastic job in his time here, though. Such is the way of things in football these days. He's been getting a bit of stick, a few groans and grumbles.
Yeah, but I don't think Kilmarnock have become a poor side overnight, and I think Bobby, as he said earlier on this week, if Kilmarnock get a little bit of rub of the green, and a victory does amazing things for a side's confidence. If they get a break, I'm sure their season will be off and running.
Martin Baker. His run brought to an end by Moravcik. Stubbs across towards Vidar Riese, who is filling in at left back today. Started off as a striker in his career, but he's now played in every position bar goalkeeper, and may well manage that one day.
I think already, Ian, we can see the pitch is playing very slow tonight. They were watering it when we arrived at the ground, but there is plenty of grass on it. Gus Hollis, the man in charge, told me there was frost when he arrived at the ground this morning. He was scared to trim it too tightly, but it looks at this stage as if it is playing pretty slow out there.
Frost already in Scotland.
Yeah.
That's a worry. Here's Riese. Burley. Moravcik, who really has been an inspired signing, brought to the club by his fellow countryman Dr. Joe Venglos. There he is again. Offside flag was a little late in going up.
Yeah, it was late going up, and Jackie McNamara had taken up great position here. As the ball's played, it's certainly not Jackie McNamara who's offside. And that's what John Barnes will be looking for tonight. He really has given him another dimension since he came back into the side. Outstanding against Hearts a fortnight ago. And he really does supply Celtic with some great natural width.
Colin Meldrum standing in for the injured Gordon Marshall. It's Celtic's throw, which will be taken by McNamara. He made his first appearance of the season against Hearts a fortnight ago, an emphatic 4-0 win. And Birchall could be in here. Larson fed him, and Kilmarnock all over the place, and Meldrum did exceptionally well to deny Celtic an opener.
Yeah, that's a danger with Mark Birchall. Plays right on the shoulder of the last defender, and he was away here. Outstrips Kevin McGowan, and Colin Meldrum does ever so well to read the cutback and beat it away. But an early warning there for Kilmarnock.
Moravcik's corner. Comes straight back towards him this time though. It'll just be a throw. It's the skillful Slovakian. He'll take himself. He finds Craig Burley. Moravcik. Creating the space. Henrik Larsson at the near post. Poked it wide.
Well, typical skill from Moravcik. It doesn't matter which foot it falls to. Checks back onto his right here. Larsson makes half a yard on Gary Holt at the front post, but just didn't quite manage to keep the ball down.
Lubomir Moravcik, now 34 years of age, spent most of his career in French football, but Dr. Joe picked him up from the German club Duisburg for £300,000, money rather well spent. Has the chance to deliver.
Here, the ball played in and trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. And here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. Here you see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. You see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. You see it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. See it. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble. Baker first to the ball, and flicks a sole one for his trouble.
Durant sending over the free kick. No surprise there. In towards Holt, away by Mjällby. Paul Wright's volley was charged away by Riise. Back in by McPherson, and up and under, which is dealt with by Alan Stubbs. Here's Paul Wright though. Kilmarnock having a pretty good spell. Just put the curse on that one. There's Vidar Riise. He kept it in, and Birchall is chasing it, but Jim Laughlin lets his keeper come for it, just about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this contest tonight. Mark Birchall and Jim Laughlin, who, believe it or not, went on holiday together in the summer, but I don't think there'll be much love lost out here tonight.
Here's Paul Wright. He was looking for Mike Jeffrey, his strike partner, playing up front. Strike wearing number 4 in these days of squad numbers. Laughlin won the header. Lambert. McNamara. Birchall to Larsson. And a poor touch from Henrik Larsson. We don't get to say that very often throughout the course of the season. Larsson scored against everybody but Kilmarnock in the Scottish Premier League last season. Reset. Burley. Stubbs. McNamara. Under pressure from Baker, who gets his own back for that earlier challenge by dispossessing McNamara. Now David Fagan. McPherson. Here's Gary Holt. Lambert has gone with him. And good enough to foil him, although it is a corner kick. Lambert felt it should have gone the other way.
Yeah, it's a good forward run by Gary Holt. And we all know he's got a smashing engine in him, gets up and down well. And he does enough here, despite the protests of Paul Lambert, to win a corner. And Paul Lambert now going to get a lecture from Kenny Clark.
Calm down the message for Paul Lambert, who missed the last game against Hearts with a knee problem, and Scotland's games in Bosnia and Estonia. Kevin McGowan always useful in a situation like this for Kilmarnock. Durant sends it in, and it was Ali Mitchell on the volley.
Unmarked as well, Ian, on the edge of the box, and I think Paul Wright actually put him off here. He had plenty of time to walk onto this, but I think Paul Wright gets in his way as he measures it, and he never made a very good job of the finish, but completely unmarked here on the edge of the box.
Craig Burley releasing McNamara, who's got Birchall ahead of him. It doesn't reach him. Martin Baker ensuring as much. And Kenny Clark wants a change of ball here. Celtic lying 6 points behind Rangers at the moment after their Glasgow rivals inflicted more misery on Aberdeen yesterday. Olivier Tebili. Lovely flick from Moravcik. I shouldn't be surprised that he can do that by now, though. Here's Burley. Moravcik. Lambert. The return from Birchall. Lambert couldn't quite connect. Here's McNamara, though. Lubo Moravcik. Burley. Gary Holt spotted that one coming. And he's away. And he's still away. Durant. There's plenty of space over this side for Gus McPherson. Now Bagan, but it was read by Reset. Corner though.
Yeah, Reset did well, but some smashing passing there from Kilmarnock. Moved the ball very, very quickly to introduce Gus McPherson on the right-hand side. Just asked a bit too much of David Bagan with the final ball, but it is enough again to win Kilmarnock a corner.
And in the Ayrshire sunshine, the corner's floated in by Durant and immediately dispatched out by Reset. Now Larson. It's been a spirited start from Kilmarnock here. Ali Mitchell has it. Durant. Given away by Bagan. Mjalby. Moravcik. Popping up everywhere. Lambert. No way past Baker again for McNamara, but it only holds Celtic up temporarily. Here's the giant Swede, Johan Mjalby. Lambert to McNamara, who was tripped by Baker, and it'll be a free kick.
Well, they obviously remember the first challenge that Jackie McNamara had on him earlier on. He certainly catches the Celtic fullback well late there.
I think that was the payback.
Yeah.
Moravcik's free kick, and Reset and Stubbs were both in there. Neither were able to get on the end of it.
They found too much freedom, I'm sure, for Bobby Williamson's liking there. It was Kevin McGowan and Jim Laughlin defending the back post. But both Reset and Stubbs were in there. Just couldn't quite get on the end of it. Just a bit too much pace on the ball from Moravcik, but they found an awful lot of space on the edge of that 6-yard box.
McPherson. Jeffrey just lost sight of it. Olivier Tebili. Gould's kick went straight to Baker, who's certainly seen plenty of the ball early on. Lambert scoops it up. Now Burley has it. And Mitchell cuts out his clearance, but Lambert scoops it up. Now Burley has it. Moravcik. Durant did well then. No flag. Jeffrey had got back, but he won't get to it now.
Yeah, it's a slight one, but I think Bobby Williamson will be well pleased with the way his side have started here, Ian. Mark Burchill really has had one opportunity when Kilmarnock lost their concentration at the back, but that apart, they've been very, very solid, and their work rate has been first class.
Kilmarnock certainly putting Celtic under a spot of pressure in the opening quarter of an hour here. And a mistake from McNamara. It went over the head of Henrik Larsson. Bobby Williamson pretty content with the way things have gone so far in this game, if not in this season. Durant finding Mitchell, finding Baker. Lachlan with the up and under, which Alan Stubbs will calmly head back to Jonathan Gould. Stubbs back in business after his cancer scare. Moravcik. And he's picked out Henrik Larsson here, although it's just going to run away from him.
Yeah, just too much on the pass. You see Moravcik acknowledge that there, but it's the quickness with which he sees movement ahead of him that really makes Moravcik so special. On that occasion, Larsson put his arm up very quickly, and within a split second the ball was delivered for him.
Both these teams have UEFA Cup games in the week. Celtic home to Hapoel Tel Aviv. Kilmarnock off to Germany to face Kaiserslautern. Best wishes also to St Johnstone in Monaco and to Rangers in Valencia in the Champions League. Here's McPherson. He's got Nialbi with him, and that's quite something to contend with. McGowan. Mitchell. Tebily beats Paul Wright to it. Here's Durant though. Kilmarnock enjoying the lion's share of the possession, but then immediately give it away as Larsson releases Moravcik, and it's through to Burchill, and a recovering challenge is from Lachlan.
Yeah, it had to be spot on. That all came from a slack pass from Ian Durant, and another warning there for Kilmarnock, but they can't afford to give the ball away as cheaply as that.
Stubbs. It's come off Baker. He's had a busy time of it so far. It'll be a Celtic throw. Burley put it back from Larsson. It eluded both Moravcik and McPherson. Paul Wright's chasing this. Risev just got a little nick on it though to find Tebily. Burley. McNamara is just going to drift away from him. From Craig Burley. Dean. Which isn't too hard at the moment. Team against Aberdeen. Which isn't too hard at the moment. It must be. Team against Aberdeen. Which isn't too hard at the moment. It must be. Team against Aberdeen. Which isn't too hard at the moment. It must be said. Team against Aberdeen. Which isn't too hard at the moment. It must be said. They drew at Dundee United last time out. They're beaten by Motherwell, St Johnstone and Rangers. Celtic with 4 wins in 5. Aberdeen, St Johnstone, Dundee and Hearts all duly dispatched. But they slipped up at Dundee United. Surprise defeat at Tannadice. But having said that, Paul Sturrock's side have made a good start to the season. Perhaps it wasn't a surprise to them. Here's McPherson. No way past Mialbi just yet. Durant. This is Jeffrey. And away by Stubbs.
It's not a bad ball in there by Mike Jeffrey. Just looking for a front post runner and it wasn't there.
McPherson will take the throw eventually. Gets it back from Jeffrey. Looks for... well, I think the plan might have been to look for Paul Wright, but he got nowhere near him.
It's a poor ball by Gus McPherson, but he's having a field day up this right-hand side. He's giving Kilmarnock an out ball. Anytime they don't have a pass on, he's available. Johan Mjällby is tucking in the left midfield area for Celtic, playing more central. And it does mean Kilmarnock are able to get Gus McPherson on the ball a great deal now.
Here's Paul Wright. And right on cue, here he is again. McPherson. Stubbs taking the direct route, and if anyone can latch onto this, Mark Birchall can. And McGowan held him up. Mialbi. Kilmarnock only lost 3 of their 18 league games here last season. It really was a difficult place for teams to come to. They've already lost once at home this season to Motherwell. Bagan skipping away from Burley. That little sequence quickly brought to an end by McNamara. Larson looking for Birchall here, and Kevin McGowan had to cut that one out. Midway through the first half, no goals at Rugby Park. Moravcik, reset. Free kick's been given against McPherson, much to his enormous dismay. Larson now, and his cross will be, well, I made a bit of a meal of that one. Came off Holt initially and was then scuffed behind by Meldrum.
Yeah, misunderstanding there between Kevin McGowan and Gary Holt. Wasn't a great ball in by Henrik Larsson. Lack of communication there, and it gives Celtic a corner.
Celtic's second corner will, like the first, be swung in by Moravcik. Tebili, and again, but it's a comfortable catch for Colin Meldrum.
Yeah, he didn't get anything on the header. But what a good corner Moravcik takes. Look at the pace and the dip on that. And not a great deal of power in that. No trouble for Colin Meldrum.
As we're watching that, kick from Meldrum went straight up the other end to Gould. Oh, and a misunderstanding of the Celtic end allows David Bagan in. Sebili ensures there's no way through, but quite what they were playing at then, Celtic, is anyone's guess. Free kick for a foul on Mjällby, which is taken quickly, and here's Vidar Reset. Kilmarnock have got to get men back here. Jim Loughlin cuts across Larson, who concedes the free kick.
Yeah, well read again there by Jim Laughlin. Just hoovering up everything that's played in behind Kevin McGowan. And Henrik Larsson catches him late there, but Jim Laughlin's had a smashing start to this match. And he's been saying he's been looking forward to playing against this man tonight. And so far, he's giving as good as he gets.
McPherson. Hagan lets it run for the throw. It was he who scored a dramatic extra-time winner against Reykjavik in the UEFA Cup after Paul Wright had slapped in a last-gasp penalty in normal time. Martin Baker. Jeffrey, who was there to mop up, and likewise McGowan. Skipping past one challenge, but Mitchell was there to mop up, and likewise McGowan. Skipping past one challenge, but Mitchell was there to mop up, and likewise McGowan. Skipping past one challenge, but Mitchell was there to mop up, and likewise McGowan. Skipping past one challenge, but Mitchell was there to mop up, and likewise McGowan.
Yeah, just an example there of the work rate of this midfield. Ali Mitchell back 30 yards there to rob Paul Lambert. And they give Bobby everything they have, that midfield.
Celtic have only lost 3 of their last 23 league matches, such as the size of the task facing Kilmarnock today, although they appear to be up to the task at the moment. Reset. And it's a corner.
Yeah, it just ended up closed down there. Moravcik wanted it earlier, and Reset eventually ran out of options, although he does win Celtic a corner, and that's the signal again for Stubbs, Tebele and Mjalby to go forward.
They'll be looking to get on the end of this corner, and the man who got on the end of it was Tebele.
Well, this time it was Moravcik's right foot, and again it's a good ball. Tebele stretching a bit, fell behind him slightly. But Celtic do have an aerial presence now that they've lacked for a couple of seasons through Tebele and Mjalby and Stubbs. Far more dangerous now from set pieces.
There's a bit of a difference in the goal-scoring prowess between these two teams this season. They've both played 7 games. Kilmarnock have scored 5. Celtic have banged in 25. Mind you, that did include 10 against Cumbrae in the UEFA Cup qualifying round. Tebele. Stubbs. Mjalby. Moravcik didn't quite work out for him that time. Alan Stubbs in his 4th season with Celtic. On by Burley. Larson. And now Birchall. He's quickly crowded out. Kilmarnock had the right idea.
Well, I don't know why he checked back last game, because it was in as it breaks here. And to let it through him. Good ball here by Larson, first time ball as it breaks here. And if Birchall lets that onto his right side, I think he could have got a shot on target there.
Well, here is Birchall. Whipped off his toes by Baker. But a lively few moments for Celtic. Vidar Reset. Finding McNamara in plenty of space. So to Moravcik. McNamara's going to cross it. Offside flag goes up. Take your pick, perhaps, then.
Yeah, they're the best in the business of this. They really do hold their line well. And look at them stepping up in unison there. First-class defending.
Well, we've 3 more live games for you this week. Messrs Barnes and Dalglish may well be watching as Liverpool go to Hull in the Worthington Cup. That's on Sky Sports 2, Tuesday night. And there's a UEFA Cup special for Sky digital viewers on Thursday. Take your pick, Spurs and West Ham, both live only on Sky Sports News from 7. European action galore for Sky Digital viewers this season. Sky Sports News, the place for those two games. Kilmarnock did have the best defence in the Scottish Premier League last season. They conceded just 29 goals and Rangers accounted for 10 of those. McPherson. Colin Meldrum this season has so far kept 3 clean sheets in 7 games. Gordon Marshall still a few weeks away from returning. Larson, lovely touch to Birchall and well smothered by Lachlan.
Yeah, wanted too much time. Fabulous layoff by Henrik Larsson to put him in, and he really should have pulled the trigger quicker than he did. Terrific layoff by Larsson, and Mark Birchall knows he should have done better there.
It was quick, but it wasn't quite that quick. Here's Moravcik with the corner, and Stubbs sends it back into the 6-yard box, and it's cleared off the line as Mialbi knocked it down. McPherson, the saviour.
Yeah, Gus McPherson on the right-hand post there, and just as well, Mialbi gets the final touch on this, and he gets a bit on the header as well. Gus McPherson does well.
Moravcik whips it in again, but that time it'll be corrected by Colin Meldrum.
Yeah, well, Celtic in command in terms of attempts at goal, but I think John Barnes will be feeling that Mark Birchall certainly has had a couple of chances he should have made more of.
Lachlan, Baker, comes off Stubbs. Throw in left to Martin Baker. He gets it back from Mitchell. It comes to nothing though. Burley did well to find Moravcik, who did not too bad either to find Birchall, and Celtic sweeping forward here. Larsson wants it, and he's going to get it from Lambert.
That's a magnificent cross once again from Moravcik. Lambert sends him away to the byline this time. That's a magnificent cross once again from Moravcik. Lambert sends him away to the byline this time. That's a magnificent cross once again from Moravcik. Lambert sends him away to the byline this time. That's a magnificent cross once again from Moravcik. Lambert sends him away to the byline this time. You really can't ask for a better delivery than that if you're a striker. And it's headed away at the back post by Martin Baker, but it's another fine cross from Moravcik.
Cross of the sort of standard, mind you. Chucky McNamara. Nobody out that side for Celtic. I mentioned that Kilmarnock had the best defence in the Scottish Premier League last season. Celtic were the top scorers with 84. Baker up to Jeffrey. All right. He could bounce, not the better of him. Tebili. Baker snapping away at Birchall. Kilmarnock have it again. McGowan. Oh, that was a dainty touch from Jeffrey that time. And Paul Wright has put McPherson in here. Jeffrey near post, it's Mitchell far post, but it's cleared by McNamara. Baker perhaps can send it in again. All right. Ali Mitchell. Baker takes it over. And he got his cross in as well, although it drifts behind. Williamson as usual. Plenty to say on the touchline. Kilmarnock were tucked in second place for so long last season. Just faded away, and in the end were pipped to third place by St Johnstone. But they got into Europe courtesy of the fact that they topped the Fair Play League and that Scotland topped the International Fair Play League. Burley. Lambert. Reset. Marabchik. I'm sure he's got another cracking cross in mind. He certainly has. And Henrik Larsson is on the end of it. Craig Burley was waiting right near him as well.
Well, I'd love to know if Craig Burley gives Henrik Larsson a shout here, because he's walking onto this and Henrik Larsson takes it off his head. And I can only assume that Craig Burley didn't give him a call there. Otherwise it was a glorious chance for Burley to put Celtic ahead.
Craig Burley was actually the second highest scorer behind Larsson last season, even though he missed most of the campaign. Larsson the only man to get into double figures for Celtic, but he did of course score 38. 6 so far this season. Reset. Lambert. McNamara. Larsson. Lambert will latch onto this. And Kevin McGowan dealing with Reset's cross. Larsson. And he's pulled back Jim Loughlin. Henrik Larsson, it'll be a free kick.
Yeah, clear tug there on Jim Loughlin as the defender stepped off the back. No complaints there from Mr. Larsson.
Scotland's player of the year last season, Henrik Larsson. And Sweden's too. They're not completely away from him. Stubbs turning away from Jeffrey, although not completely away from him. Ali Mitchell. Ian Durant now. Loughlin. McGowan. Up towards Jeffrey. You fancy Stubbs to win it. Not terribly effectively though. Jeffrey, once signed and sold by Kevin Keegan at Newcastle. Paul Wright loses out to Tebberley. A tremendous turn from him too. Marabchik under pressure from Gary Holt. So's Reset, and he's come back to this position now, having decided to go out on the right a few moments ago. Can Kilmarnock find the spark that would give them the first goal of this game? Paul Wright, one of those waiting for this free kick from Ian Durant. Flying header away from Stubbs. Baker has inadvertently headed it out. Burley looking for throw-in. Holt's track back though. And the throw-in gets tracked back though. And throw-in goes track back though. And the throw-in goes track back though. And the throw-in goes the way of Celtic. Reset. Cut out by McGowan at the expense of a corner. There wasn't actually much danger lurking behind him when he did that.
No, once again he didn't get a call, Ian. He didn't know what was going on behind him.
7 corners already for Celtic. Sent in by Moravcik, sent out by Holt. Here's Johan Mjalby. That one, Kevin McGowan. It's not quite going to drift, I don't think, behind. Birchall put him under pressure, and the free kick has gone in Celtic's favour.
Yeah, the ball just held up here. I mentioned earlier, Ian, the pitch is playing very slow. And Kevin McGowan just misjudged there the roll of the ball. He thought it was going out for a goal kick. And this wouldn't roll quickly enough for him. It gives Celtic a free kick in a dangerous position, and even more so given the man that's over it at the moment. Nobody better than Moravcik from this situation.
One of his favourite situations indeed. The magician Moravcik floats in another beauty, which was cleared away by Martin Baker. It's going to come back though. Lambert through towards Craig Burley, but he's conceded a free kick now.
It's a good run here by Craig Burley, but it's Jim Laughlin who matches it all the way. He was always goal side, always in command, and a bit of frustration there latterly from Burley. And Laughlin's had a smashing game so far beside Kevin McGowan.
Mitchell chasing this, but Stubbs was always going to get there first. Played by Baker. And bobbled off Durant and out of play. Last few minutes of the first half. Here's Jeffrey, and he was tripped by McNamara, who's going to get the game's first yellow card.
Yeah, just one trip too many here from Jackie McNamara. Got away with the first couple, and Kenny Clark was having none of this. All came from a slap throw-in from Craig Burley.
Kilmarnock were trying to take the free kick, but Kenny Clark was rather busy at the time, booking McNamara. Ian Durant with the free kick. Oh no, he's not going to take it, having said that. Jim Laughlin will. Heavily. It's going into no man's land, really. Risev wasn't sure where it had gone. Mjalby was. Now Jeffrey looking to get on the end of this, but Tebele hooks it away, helped on by Mjalby. Henry Holt. He's been penalised for handball.
Yeah, it bounced awkwardly for him. I don't think there's any doubt it came off his hand. And Kenny Clark couldn't have been better placed to see it.
Go on, Jake!
Here's McNamara. This cross cut out by Baker. Oh, he's not cleared it very convincingly though, and here's Moravcik. Blocked by Holt, but he felt that one. Lambert pings one back in, but it's wide.
Well, it's almost a costly mistake there by Martin Baker. Unfortunately enough for the full-back. It was Gary Holt who charged Moravcik's shot down, but real moment of slackness there from Kilmarnock, and it was almost costly. And Gary Holt once again managing to get goal side. And Kilmarnock's midfield really have given the back division a lot of protection tonight, and they've had to at times.
Reset. Mialbi. Away by McGowan, firm header. McPherson. Jeffrey chasing, it needed to be a firm connection from Tebili, and it was. Free kick to Kilmarnock, fouled by Johan Mialbi. English fans will be backing Mialbi and Larsson when Sweden come up against the Poles next month. And it's half-time at Rugby Park. Mark Birchall, in his first league start of the season, had a glimpse of goal. Colin Meldon denied him, and Gus McPherson cleared a Mialbi header off the line. Well, the last time they met at Rugby Park, it finished goalless. Last season's 4 meetings, 2 were drawn. There was 1 win each for Celtic and for Kilmarnock. Killy has certainly showed why they had the best defensive record in the Scottish Premier League last season, and they certainly defend as a team. Celtic, perhaps, have yet to show why they were the top scorers in the Scottish Premier League last season. A new man at the helm for this campaign, of course, but a rather familiar face, John Barnes. So it'll be Kilmarnock in blue and white to start the second half, hoping to move away from the wrong end of the table. Aberdeen keeping them off the bottom. They only have 4 points so far, but they're certainly not panicking in this part of the world. They immediately give possession away at the start of the second half, Kilmarnock. Oh, here's Vidal Reset, Mr. Utility Man. Free kick going in favour of Kilmarnock. Paul Wright.
Poor pass, but it's one of the few occasions in that Mark
Ground, but it was a poor centre.
Poor pass, but it's one of the few occasions in that Mark
Ground, but it was a poor centre.
Poor pass, but it's one of the few occasions in that Mark Birchall.
But it was a poor centre.
Poor pass, but it's one of the few occasions in that Mark Birchall.
But it was a poor centre.
Poor pass, but it's one of the few occasions in that Mark Birchall has.
But it was a poor centre.
Poor pass, but it's one of the few occasions in that Mark Birchall has managed to run into some kind of space. I think if I was him, I'd be saying to Alan Stubbs at half-time, hit a couple early, couple of long balls in behind, and give me something to run onto. He's not a player who comes off it and likes getting it into feet. And I think at times Celtic are passing, perhaps overdoing it in the midfield area. There are times, I think, where they have to get it forward early, back to front if necessary, and try and release Birchall.
Hurried clearance from Reset, it had to be. Mitchell's header. He might get a second bite here. He does. Here's Stubbs. Larsson, tripped by Loughlin.
Yes, hand went up right away. He knew it was a clumsy challenge. I think it's mistimed more than anything. I don't think it's malicious. And you can see the hand up right away.
I feel a decent cross coming on. Lubo Moravcik standing over the free kick. And it goes. And in the end, it's away and out.
Well, Moravcik throws his arms up there, and I think he's right. This is a magnificent ball, and he's wondering why nobody is attacking that. Tremendous ball into the back post area, and he threw his hands up in exasperation when he saw that nobody was prepared to go and attack it.
He really is a wonderful player to watch, Lubomir Moravcik. Played for Saint-Étienne and Bastia in France before his move to Duisburg, which only lasted a few months. Celtic brought him over, a Dr. Joe signing, and he has become a firm favourite with the fans. No wonder.
Keeper! Keeper!
Jonathan Gould's clearance. Loughlin's header, knocked back though by Burley. Larson. Back he goes to Burley. Timely intervention from Martin Baker, but it's going to trickle for a corner.
Yeah, it's a good challenge by Martin Baker, otherwise...
And in it comes from Moravcik. It was knocked away by... And in it comes from Moravcik. It was knocked away by... And in it comes from Moravcik. It was knocked away by Gary Holt. McNamara to Tebili on the first time. Burley. Mitchell. Fagan. It's up to Jeffrey. McPherson. No flag here. No flag against Paul Wright. He's away. Oh, it's bounced off the bar from Paul Wright. Unbelievable. What a let-off for Celtic.
What a chance, and I think you'll find he is onside here when it's played. At worst, he's level as Jackie McNamara steps up. What a chance for Kilmarnock.
Mitchell's cross will be collected by Gould.
Well, you'd have put money on Paul Wright in that situation, one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
Lambert in a hurry to take the free kick. Burley. Birchall. Aimed towards Henrik Larsson, who chests it down, and McPherson blocked it away. The Celtic fans behind the goal were claiming handball.
Yeah, so was Henrik Larsson. And here it is as the ball comes up. Certainly hits Gus McPherson. I don't think it's intentional. Try telling that to the Celtic supporters behind the goal.
Moravcik swung it in. Tebili was putting himself about. So too is Mialvi, but then that's pretty usual. And a free kick now. Moravcik taken out.
Yeah, it's all getting a bit heated now, Ian. Follow through there. I think he's lucky not to Gus McPherson. Follow through there. I think he's lucky not to get a yellow card for
McPherson to him, but it's just going to be for a word. McPherson to him, but it's just going to be for a word. We've had a few of these chats tonight, and it's pretty sensible. Although some of the challenges maybe have warranted yellow cards. Moravcik sends in another beauty, and Meldrum was impeded.
Yeah, he was clattered by Vidar Reset there. And at times goalkeepers do get too much protection, but on this occasion I think Kenny Clark's right. Meldrum had both gloves on the ball and he's clattered by Reset.
Meldrum, 23-year-old, born in Kilmarnock. Certainly livened up considerably at the start of the second half. Reset. And Moravcik was dispossessed. scare for Celtic, that. This is promising for Celtic. Moravcik's offside against Burley. Moravcik's offside against Burley. Moravcik's offside against Burley.
Well, it must have been very, very tight. A delight
against Burley.
Well, it must have been very, very tight. A delightful
against Burley.
Has to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a time pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a time pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a time pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a time pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a pass to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a fraction has to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a fraction. It's to release Burley from Moravcik. And he's a fraction there. That's a fraction. It's so tight, and you wouldn't blame the assistant referee if he got that wrong there. It was very, very tight indeed.
Receff prodding it through to Moravcik. Now Paul Lambert. Jackie McNamara. Moravcik. Holt. McPherson. Jeffrey chasing, but Tebele covering. Although he got into a bit of a mess under pressure from Mike Jeffrey, and he concedes the corner.
Yeah, it's been a tough shift for Jeffrey up front there this evening. He's had to chase a lot of lost causes, but he's been very, very persistent, and once again he does enough to win Kilmarnock a corner.
Can Kilmarnock find a way through here? Durant's corner. Now beat neatly his fellow countryman Larson. Now Burley. McPherson. Now beat neatly finding his fellow countryman Larson. Now Burley. McPherson. Danger over. Too high for Larson. Lambert. Too high for Larson. Lambert. Too high for Larson. Lambert, too high for Larson. Lambert, too high for Larson. It's nearly happening, but not quite for these two teams in this game. It's going to bounce away from Gus McPherson. Birchall. Called upon tonight because Mark Viduka jarred his knee in training on Friday. Recess firm header. Here is Birchall, although not for long, but he'll get the free kick for the challenge by Gus McPherson.
Yeah, once again I think it's clumsy rather than malicious. Gus McPherson I think entitled to go for that, but he certainly took Mark Birchall before he took the ball.
Birchall 18 years of age. Receff powering down the flank and delivering the goods for Stubbs. Just taken away from him, but it comes to Burley. Rather desperate miskick from Craig Burley, and he's given away a free kick. Martin Baker. Jeffrey passed over by Tebele.
Yeah, Kenny Clark has his work cut out.
Bagan looking to get a cross in, and the outcome of that is a goal kick.
Yeah, challenges flying in all over the place here, Ian. And Kenny Clark is going to have to try and keep the lid on this.
Certainly all happening at the moment. Apart from a goal, that is. The Albi hassled by McPherson.
That's been the story all night. Kilmarnock really have pressed the ball well. They've worked for each other, they've closed Celtic down. And they've denied them space in really any department tonight.
Important interception for Kilmarnock, and they now could... Has assistance from Craig Burley. Important interception for Kilmarnock, and they now could... Has assistance from Craig Burley. Important interception for Kilmarnock, and they now could break up the other end as Lambert got a bit involved with Baker. Here's Jeffrey meantime. Much more space over there for McPherson initially. Bagan ahead of him. And Bagan's cross. Gould came for it and confidently caught it. And he's not hanging about, is he? Up towards Larson. Loughlin's header carries back.
Well, Jim Loughlin did well there under pressure, but it's the kind of ball that Birchall and Larson, I think, need more of. I think Celtic have to get the ball forward earlier than they are right now.
To Larson. In this fixture a year ago, and was duly out of action for 4 months. So, in this fixture a year ago, and was duly out of action for 4 months. So, in this fixture a year ago, and was duly out of action for 4 months. So, not many happy memories of Rugby Park for him. Wisev is going to charge towards McGowan. He looks really hurt.
Yeah, he does. Kevin McGowan totally committed to winning that. See, reset his eye on the ball there, and he takes a real sore one there. You can see his eyes fixed on the ball. Kevin McGowan comes straight through him. No question that Kevin McGowan did play the ball, but it's a sore one for the Norwegian.
Now, Paul Lambert has been shown a yellow card for his earlier scuffle with Martin Baker. Kenny Clark finally catching up with that one. Joining.
Well, here we see it once again. That's the reason that Vida Reset was treated there, limping quite heavily at the moment. Well, here we see it once again. That's the reason that Vida Reset was treated there, limping quite heavily at the moment. Well, here we see it the reason that Vida Reset was treated there, limping.
Resev's okay, although he left that one for Tebele. Stubbs looking to rescue this for Celtic, with Jeffrey lurking. Lambert with a neat touch to Mialbi. And here goes Jackie McNamara. Celtic on the prowl. Lambert. Burley. McNamara, 2 men on him. And he settles for the corner. And the reaction from the Kilmarnock men involved, Loughton and Baker, will tell you that they thought it was a goal kick.
Yeah, not amused, but once again, Jackie McNamara, not an ounce of room to work with down this right-hand side.
Maracek whipping in another tracking corner, and he'll get the chance to do exactly the same again as Kevin McGowan knocked it behind. Moravcik. And in it goes into
goal. You can see Celtic well ahead in terms of attempts at goal. You can see Celtic well ahead in terms of attempts at goal. You can see Celtic well ahead in terms of attempts at goal. But that will be of little consolation, I would imagine, to John Barnes, who really would be expecting Celtic to keep the pressure up on Rangers and win this one tonight.
McPherson. Bagan comes back to Gus McPherson. Now Durant. McGowan. I think that might have been a shove from Tebele.
Yeah, it's needless as well, because Tebele's goal side, he's in complete control of the situation, and he hands possession back to Kilmarnock.
Oh dear, he's just going to run away from Martin Baker. McNamara. And Larson impeded by Martin Baker as he turned.
Yeah, he used his body well here, Henrik Larsson, to hold off Martin Baker. Clearly taken late and quickly.
Here's Moravcik. It's a rather scramble in there at the moment, and it's a Celtic free kick as Moravcik is tripped. It's a rather scramble in there at the moment, and it's a Celtic free kick as Moravcik is tripped.
Yeah, very tousy, and it's David Bagan who brings Moravcik down here. Fighting for the loose ball here and clearly took Moravcik down. And this is the kind of range I think Celtic will be looking to get a shot on target to trouble Colin Meldrum.
A worrying moment for Meldrum. Celtic need some inspiration in their efforts to take the lead. Henrik Larsson can't provide it. Moravcik might, and there was no flag there actually as it went back in.
Yeah, and Gus McPherson's not amused at all, because Kilmarnock stepped out well once again. As the ball comes back in here, look, Kilmarnock are up and out as it's played in, and no flag.
I think Celtic are going to bring on Bobby Petter. Indeed they are. Well done, Hugh. And Lubo Moravcik is the man who makes way.
Well, I have to say I'm somewhat surprised. Charlie said at half-time that Celtic could do with a bit more in the wide positions, and Bobby Petter will give them that, but to sacrifice the ability of Moravcik from set pieces is something of a gamble by John Barnes, I would have thought.
Became a bit of a favourite with the fans in Suffolk. He certainly became a bit of a favourite with the fans in Suffolk. He certainly became a bit of a favourite with the fans in Suffolk. Although the habit of breathing life into matches when he comes on. Although this match, to be fair, has a fair bit of life in it in the second half in particular. Here's Durant. Bagan. Durant. Baker. He got his cross in, but it was cleared by Mjällby. Petter gets his first touch and is then flattened by Bagan.
Yeah, clattered late there. Bobby Petter, ball just sits up a bit too high for him. Not much doubt about that one.
Welcome to the match, Bobby. McNamara. Celtic's throw. Petter. Reset again. And he's prized Kilmarnock apart here, and it's deflected away for a corner.
And it's Jim Laughlin who gets the vital touch in the last...
And it's Gown. No Moravcik to deliver it. Bobby Petter sends in a good one though. And it's hooked away by McGowan. No Moravcik to deliver it. Bobby Petter sends in a good one though. And it's hooked away by McGowan. Moravcik to deliver it. Bobby Petter sends in a good one though. And it's hooked away by McGowan. Moravcik to deliver it. Bobby Petter sends in a good one though. And it's hooked away by McGowan. Still no goals, and young Stuart Davidson is coming on. But not just yet. Stop. Lambert. Petter. Lambert. Certainly get a free kick going in favour of Celtic and Kilmarnock. They're willing to make a change, but they'll have to wait now because Celtic have taken the free kick. Burley. Kamara back to Burley. Can he deliver the goods? He can. To Henrik Larsson. Brilliant block though from McGowan, and it'll be a Celtic corner.
Yeah, tremendous block once again by Kevin McGowan. Craig Burley managing to get away from Ali Mitchell in the wide position. It wasn't a bad ball in, and once again it was Kevin McGowan who managed to make the block from Larsson. And Kilmarnock's central defensive partnership really has been outstanding tonight.
In comes the corner from Petter, but it's collected by Colin Meldrum.
Yeah, Olivier Tebele just didn't get enough on the header here, didn't trouble Colin Meldrum.
Another free kick has gone against Paul Wright, much to his enormous frustration. We're inside the last 20 minutes. Petter. Kilmarnock really have taken no prisoners whatsoever. David Bagan is the man being replaced, and Stuart Davidson comes on for him, and he sparked Kilmarnock into this, and he does, but he pops it over the bar.
Yeah, he claims so well, Henrik Larsson, because Jim Laughlin's no slouch in the air here. The ball's in the air. Yeah, he claims so well, Henrik Larsson, because Jim Laughlin's no slouch in the air here. The ball's in the air a long time, and look at how well he gets up there. Just can't pout it down the wing.
Plenty of live action for you in the week ahead. As usual, Hull take on Liverpool in the Worthington Cup. That's Tuesday on Sky Sports 2. And on Thursday, Sky Digital viewers can choose between Spurs and West Ham in the UEFA Cup. Both their games are live only on Sky Sports News. Now it's Jeffrey, mopped up though by Alan Stubbs. Gary Holt. Martin Baker has a few acres in which to roam here. Cross whipped in, cleared by Stubbs. Petter on to Larsson. He's away here. Gary Holt's about to be a man on. So too is Laughlin. Lambert. Burley. Slipping it through here for Birchall, who latches onto it and who puts Celtic in front. A breakthrough for the boys. Mark Birchall, the scorer.
Well, at last he gets the kind of ball that he lives off. He's had very little in front of him all evening. He gets it here, and what a good finish from a tight angle. Delightful ball by Craig Burley. The timing of the run was perfect from Birchall, and you can't blame Colin Meldrum in that situation. Just gets in front of Martin Baker here, one touch, bang, it's away. And all of Kilmarnock's good defensive work comes undone in a moment. And principally down to the quality of the ball. At last Celtic get to Mark Burchill.
Well, he does for his club what he's been doing for his country. Scored a hat-trick against Bosnia and a goal against Estonia within the 21s. Kilmarnock looking for a quick response here. And Kilmarnock unable to keep a clean sheet, which they've been working so hard for. Mark Burchill with his second of the season. Early. Now Burley. Celtic looking for another one and looking for it quickly with Henrik Larsson. Closed down by... Mitchell. Here's Davidson just on as a sub. Stopped in his tracks by Mjällby. Lambert releasing Petter. And he's eventually bundled over by Stuart Davidson, and it'll be a free kick. Here's Johan Mjällby. Burchill. Away by Baker, but only to McNamara. And it's going to be a throw-in to Kilmarnock. I think McNamara might have thought he should have had a free kick.
Yeah, I think you might be right as well, Ian. I think he's bundled off the ball here by Ali Mitchell.
Now the delay over this throw-in is so that a substitution can be made by Celtic with Stilian Petrov coming on, and it's going to be Alan Stubbs going off.
Yeah, strange one. I think we'll probably see Johan Mjällby take a step back now, and Petrov play the holding role beside Paul Lambert. Certainly no hurry to leave Alan Stubbs.
He's had to walk from one side of the field to the other, and he's going to take his time about it. John Barnes throwing the Bulgarian international Stilian Petrov into the fray. Foul by Burley on Jeffrey. And we're all set for a frantic finale now, because Kilmarnock have really got to give it a go in their quest for an equaliser. Paul Wright ruining the one that bounced off the bar earlier. Jeffrey rising with Tevely. It's well won by the man from the Ivory Coast. Likewise by Reset.
To partner Olivier Tebele now in the heart of it. Looks as if Petrov's going to play the left back position. Reset will take a shift in to partner Olivier Tebele now in the heart. Defence.
Stilian Petrov. Stilian Petrov won his 10th cap for Bulgaria against Sweden last week, against his club teammates Mjällby and Larsson. Burley. Now McNamara. Celtic perhaps going in search of a cushion as the game enters its final stages, but It's come rather awkwardly off the Bulgarian. Olivier Tebeli giving McNamara a bit of a workout to get to that. Tebeli going to give it to Risev, who's been hobbling. Kilmarnock are going to bring on Ali McCoist soon. An old foe of Celtic's. Here's Baker. Mitchell. Away by Risev, but only to Ian Durrant. Still Durrant, and it cannoned off Risev. And Gould will stop it from going for the corner.
Yeah, I think just as well, because Ian Durrant hit it well from the edge of the box there. And be the reset did Jonathan Gould a turn here, getting in the way. Sits up nicely for Ian Durrant, and he hit it well enough.
McNamara. Fast approaching the last 10 minutes of the game. Birchall. Larson. And Tebben. I think Jeffrey will be off in a minute with Ali McCoist waiting to... Jeffrey will be off in a minute with Ali McCoist waiting to make an appearance. Unless he can score here, he's held back, and that's surely going to... waiting to make an appearance. Unless he can score here, he's held back, and that's surely going to be a yellow card for Tebeli, having just been warned.
I think at times he's just getting a bit too close to Jeffrey. And he doesn't have to be as close as that. He's goal side, he can stand a yard off the striker there and still be favourite to win it. He just gets a bit too tight. He's rolled over by Jeffrey, and Kilmarnock have a free kick in a dangerous area.
Jonathan Gould is a worried man, and no wonder. Can Kilmarnock draw level here? Paul Wright standing over the free kick, but it's Ian Durrant who goes for goal and who kills it over.
Yeah, not one he'll be proud of. Certainly managed to get the ball up quickly enough, but there's not enough top spin to make it dip, and Jonathan Gould never troubled.
Well, Ian Durrant is going to come off. His mate Ali McCoist waiting to come on. It's Jeffrey who actually makes way for Durrant, and Alex Burke is going to come on as well.
Yeah, let's throw the dice for Kilmarnock. And Alex Burke, I know, has been playing very well in the reserve side. A young man who made a big impact in the game a couple of seasons ago. Seemed to have lost his way a bit, but by all accounts doing very well for the second string down here.
Celtic hoping to make it 5 wins out of 6 in the Scottish Premier League this season. The only blip came at Dundee United. Larson, he's won the duel there with McGowan, but again quickly closed down. Mitchell, Burley snapping at his heels. Martin Baker now to maybe launch another assault for Killie. It's too high for McCoist. And Birchall has got the better of Loughlin here. He's on his own at the moment, although Larson's arriving. Tried to get his cross in, but it was blocked by Baker. Bit of a casual approach from Celtic that time. They'll try again with Petrov, Mialbi. Here's Burley. We're going to have a pop, but he dragged it well wide.
Well, this was the moment that really mattered for Celtic, and when the ball's played through here, Martin Baker is favourite, but Birchall is so quick, he makes it his own, and that is not an easy finish from that angle. Superb finish. And it must have been
European Championship qualifier against Bosnia at Ibrox. The European Championship qualifier against Bosnia at Ibrox. Another one for his little blitz for the under-21s last week. 4 in 2 games. Another one for his club today. And could it prove decisive for them? One thing's for sure, Kilmarnock will not give up without one very big fight. McPherson with a throw. Gary Holt. McCoist. This is Burt. Is that a handball from McNamara? Not intentional, I don't think. Anyway, Burke has got another chance. And he's got away from Larson, but he won't get away from Lambert, who will cleverly marshal it behind. Time running out for Bobby Williamson.
Yeah, certainly. And I think we're at a stage now in the game where Kilmarnock really just have to get the ball forward quickly. Get it into the box and hope they get the break of the ball.
Killy undone by the speed of Mark Birchall. Petrov. Birchall back to the Bulgarian. It's covered by McPherson though. Here's Ali Mitchell. McPherson. Away by Olivier Teveli. Lambert's clearance only went to Burke. And he's a tricky little player. Now Martin Baker, who will waste no time in sending his cross in. Steered away by Mialbi. It's come to McPherson, who might fancy having a go. He does have a go.
Well, he had no choice. He was being closed down by Stilian Petrov, who was coming out to charge it here. It sat up for him, and he really had no choice other than to have a go there. Well aware of the target.
First attempt on goal for Gus McPherson, but then he's been rather busier at the other end. Lambert. McNamara. Birchall. Let it run, but it ran through to Lachlan, his mate. Stuart Davidson. Here's Baker. Puts it away. Here's Baker. Lachlan. Away by Petrov. Celtic with every man behind the ball. Here's Burke. Now Mitchell. Right to his near post. Oh, it nearly reached him as well. Bobby Petter's trying to escape Kilmarnock's clutches. Petrov. Lambert. He was sent off in one of the games against Kilmarnock last season. Booked in this one. McGowan. Eventually losing out. Now Craig Burley has it. Larson. Oh, he's ghosted past Lachlan. And just wide from Henrik Larsson, but he showed then what he's all about.
Yeah, quick feet, the nutmeg here. Takes Jim Lachlan out of play. It's under control immediately, and he's looking to get the shot away quickly. And he does that. It just pulls it wide of the target, but great skill to skin Jim Lachlan.
Well, we mentioned earlier that he failed to score against Kilmarnock last season. He hasn't managed to get one on target in their first meeting of this season. Martin Baker now. Kilmarnock plugging away. Baker. Burke made a bit of a mess of it. Tebele. McPherson. Larson. Petter wants it out on the left. He might get there eventually in a roundabout way. Vidar Risa. Stilian Petrov, now Bobby Petter, and he can have a run at Kiwi here. And he's tripped. And it's going to be a yellow card for Paul Wright.
Yeah, typical forwards challenge. Maybe a bit of tiredness in Paul Wright's legs, but he certainly mistimed it. Petter doing well there to commit the Kilmarnock defence, and taken well late there by the striker. And I wouldn't imagine Celtic will be in a hurry to take this. The clock is ticking away.
So booking for Paul Wright. Free kick to Celtic. Once treatment has been given to Bobby Petter, which it just has. Petrov over the free kick. Petrov whipped it in. Oh, it nearly went straight in. Whether Malby got the faintest of touches, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, that must have been close. It's whipped in there by Petrov. And there's a touch on it as it finishes wide of the target. Not unlike Lubo Moravcik, the delivery, and it's Johan Malby who gets the glancing blow on it. And it just clips outside of Colin Melvin's left-hand post.
Away by Tebele. Here's Baker. Inside the last minute of normal time. Burke. Tebele, almost lost sight of it. It comes off McCoist. It will be a goal kick, and time to pick up man of the match, David.
Well, a difficult call because Kilmarnock's central defensive partnership really has been outstanding. This man, tremendous for such a young player to handle Henrik Larsson as well as he has tonight. But I'm going to go for Kevin McGowan, his partner in the heart of that defence, who's been outstanding once again, had to defend so many set pieces when Lubo Moravcik was putting them under pressure. Once again, he's been absolutely outstanding for Kilmarnock tonight. He's my Bank of Scotland man of the match.
Consolation for Lachlan is that he'll be getting Larsson's shirt maybe, which he's desperate to add to his collection of footballing jerseys, hoping also to get Yuri Djorkaeff when Kilmarnock play Kaiserslautern in the UEFA Cup. No wonder Bobby's looking at his watch. Here's Birchall. Going to be a corner kick, and Celtic will settle for that because the seconds will tick away. This will be, if they hang on, a vital victory. There will be 4 minutes of time added on, so 3 more to go. Petter, free kick in fact, sent in. And Tebele turn, Larsson offside, the flag is up. And it won't count.
Yeah, and it was a very early flag as well, Ian. Henrik Larsson doesn't agree with the decision. And here it is as the ball comes in, it breaks very kindly for Larsson. And Gus McPherson's still trying to get out. It's certainly not Larsson that's offside there.
Meantime, but they're trying to chop Vidar Risa's leg. And he's still chasing it. They're trying to chop Vidar Risa's legs. Petter helped it on towards... It's a Celtic throw. It's a Celtic throw. I don't think Jackie McNamara thought it was going to be, actually. He started to run away to defend it. Baker's header, helped on by McCoist. Will there be some reward for Kilmarnock's considerable efforts? McCoist's first touch took it away from him. Bobby Petter. Larsson offside against Petter, and maybe Burley as well.
Yeah, Craig Burley really just had to check his run there slightly, and he would have been in As the ball's played wide, Craig Burley in just too much of a hurry there to get forward. And it's very, very tight, but I think the linesman on this side did get it correct.
Here's McCoist. It's bobbling around and Heavily clears it away. After that offside, Craig Burley kicked the ball away and was booked for doing so. Silly boy. Here's McGowan. McCoist's header, and Paul Wright, and Davidson was in there, but it just won't fall favourably for Kilmarnock, and Celtic have it now with Paul Lambert. Birchall wanted play to him. Larsson is free at the moment. Baker getting back, but Larsson still there, and it's blocked by the man of the match, McGowan. The 4 minutes of added on time are almost up, and Vidar Risev taken out by Stuart Davidson.
Yeah, just a bit of desperation now creeping into Kilmarnock. They know they have to get possession at all cost and try and get the ball forward, and that's easier said than done. Celtic quite content to hold on to it now.
Bobby Williamson would quite like to see it up the other end. But there are surely now just seconds remaining as Lambert sends it forward, and Celtic have won. A hard-earned victory for John Barnes' side here, and they are back on the heels of Rangers. A moment of brilliance from Mark Birchall, who showed his pace and his power, and a fine finish too from the talented teenager. Kilmarnock still in trouble, hovering near the bottom of the table. They were finally breached by Birchall. Burley sent it through. Baker looked favourite to get there. No chance, not when Birchall's around. The youngster doing the business for club and country this week.